Good morning, good noon, and good afternoon to all my orchid lovers. Wherever you're tuning in from around the world, I'm sending you and your beautiful orchids lots of love and good health. Today, I'm excited to share with you a very special orchid care secret, a method I've discovered over the years that's not just effective, but also completely organic and incredibly gentle on your plants. If you're passionate about orchids and want more of these easy, all-natural care methods, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap that notification bell so you never miss a tip. At first glance, the orchid looks quite healthy. The leaves are still green, upright, and appear firm to the touch. They might even have a nice sheen, which can easily trick us into thinking the plant is doing just fine. But when we take a closer look at the roots, the real story begins to unfold. Many of the roots are dry, shriveled, and brittle. Some have turned a dark brown or black color, showing clear signs of rot. Next, we're going to carefully remove the orchid from its plastic pot to examine the roots. This step is essential. Even if the leaves look healthy, the real condition of the plant lies below the surface. As we gently loosen the orchid from the pot, we start to see what's been hidden. Right away, it's clear that the root system is in trouble. There are quite a few roots that are dry, thin, and almost papery. When touched, they crumble or snap easily. These are completely dehydrated and no longer functioning. Mixed in with those, we can also spot some roots that are dark brown or even black. I'll begin by carefully removing all the old moss medium from around the roots and replacing it with fresh, clean sphagnum moss. Repotting like this is an essential step. Not only does it give the plant a fresh, healthier growing environment, but it also gives me the perfect opportunity to thoroughly inspect and treat the roots. This ensures I'm creating the most supportive conditions for recovery and new growth. Moss is a wonderful medium for orchids because it retains moisture effectively, which is especially helpful for young or recovering plants. However, over time, it begins to break down. Old moss becomes compacted and starts to decompose. When this happens, it holds too much water, reduces airflow, and creates a damp, suffocating environment for the roots. This trapped moisture can encourage bacteria and fungi to grow, both of which are harmful to your orchid's health. With the dead moss gone and the damaged roots removed, the remaining healthy roots can now breathe, absorb oxygen more efficiently. So now, I'll go ahead and trim away all the damaged roots. This is such an important part of orchid care. By removing these weak, rotting roots, I'm actually helping the plant redirect its energy and nutrients toward growing strong, healthy new ones. You see, when an orchid has to support dead or decaying roots, it ends up wasting valuable resources that could be better used elsewhere, like developing fresh root growth and strengthening the overall plant. Trimming off these old, worn-out roots not only relieves that burden, but also sends a kind of signal to the plant that it's time to push out new growth. And these new roots are much more efficient at absorbing water and nutrients. They'll be stronger, healthier, and better able to support recovery after the stress of repotting. We're going to trim off all the black, rotting areas on the stem. This step is really important because those dark, mushy spots are often a breeding ground for bacteria and fungal infections. Next, I'll rinse the entire plant gently under running water. After trimming off the damaged and rotting roots, this step is essential to ensure that no residual dirt, decayed material, or harmful organisms remain on the plant. Rinsing helps thoroughly clean the root system and the base of the orchid, giving it a fresh start before we move on to repotting. It washes away any leftover pieces of the old growing medium, which might be carrying bacteria, fungal spores, or pests that could continue to infect the plant in its new pot. This clean process also helps us clearly see the remaining healthy roots, making it easier to check for any spots we might have missed earlier. It prepares the orchid to better adapt to its new growing environment, reduces the chance of disease, and improves the chances of quick recovery and strong new growth. It's like giving the plant a clean slate free from any hidden threats so it can thrive. Let's use a soft cloth to gently dry the plant. After rinsing, it's important not to leave excess moisture clinging to the leaves, stem, or roots, especially around any fresh cuts or trimmed areas. Gently patting the plant dry helps prevent water from sitting in those crevices, which could invite bacteria or fungal infections. I have created subtitles in multiple languages. Please select your preferred language. Comment below and let me know which country you are watching from. It's amazing that we can connect from all around the world. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to support me and never miss any orchid care tips. Prepare a coconut. Use 100 milliliters of coconut water. Let's dilute the mixture with 1,000 milliliters of clean water. Using coconut water instead of plain water adds natural sugars, minerals, and growth-promoting hormones that can boost the orchid's health even more. Use 3 tablets of vitamin B1. Vitamin B1 is great for orchids because it helps reduce transplant shock and promotes stronger root growth. Adding it to your care routine supports the plant's recovery and encourages healthier, more vigorous development. Let's let the solution rest for 20 minutes. We use 1 liter of water. Use 1 tablespoon of baking soda. Baking soda helps balance the pH level of the soil or growing medium, creating a healthier environment for your orchid's roots. It can also act as a natural fungicide, helping to prevent fungal infections and keeping your plant disease-free. Let's let the solution rest for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, once the baking soda has fully dissolved, we will soak the plant in the solution. Soaking the orchid while its wounds are still open is especially important because the baking soda helps create a cleaner, less acidic environment around those vulnerable areas. After soaking the plant in the baking soda solution for 20 minutes, we'll gently use that same solution to wipe down the leaves of the weak orchid. This step helps remove any lingering pests like spider mites or aphids and cleans off dust or residues that might block sunlight. Wiping the leaves with the baking soda mixture also helps strengthen the plant's natural defenses, making it less prone to infections or further damage. It's a gentle yet effective way to refresh the leaves, allowing the orchid to absorb more light and nutrients for faster recovery and healthier growth. Don't forget to wipe the underside of the orchid leaves too. That area is often where pests like spider mites and aphids like to hide and cause damage. Gently cleaning the bottom of the leaves with the baking soda solution helps remove these hidden threats and keeps the plant healthier overall. Because baking soda solution has strong antibacterial and antifungal properties, soaking your planting moss in it for about a full day is a great way to disinfect and refresh the growing medium. When moss is stored or reused, it can harbor harmful bacteria, fungi, or pests that might not be visible but can seriously affect your orchid's health once planted. This treatment helps maintain the moss's natural moisture retention without encouraging the growth of unwanted microorganisms. Soak it for a day. After soaking for 20 minutes in the coconut water mixed with vitamin B1 solution, once all the nutrients have fully dissolved and blended together, place the plant into the solution to soak again. Soak it for 30 minutes. After soaking the roots for 30 minutes, we'll take the coconut water and vitamin B1 solution and gently wipe the entire plant, including the leaves and stem. This process does more than just clean the plant. It helps deliver essential nutrients directly to the leaf surfaces where they can be absorbed more efficiently. Wiping the leaves with this nutrient-packed solution also helps remove dust, pests, and any residue that might block sunlight. Cleaner leaves can absorb more light, leading to increased photosynthesis, which is vital for producing the energy the plant needs to grow healthy, vibrant leaves. Now, let's carefully apply cinnamon powder to the wound on the orchid. This step is really important because cinnamon isn't just a common kitchen spice. It's also a natural antifungal and antibacterial agent. When you dust the wound gently with cinnamon, you're helping to create a protective barrier that keeps harmful bacteria and fungi from entering the open cut. This is crucial because wounds on plants are vulnerable to infections, which can slow down healing or even cause serious damage. Cinnamon also helps to dry out the wound by absorbing excess moisture, which encourages the plant to seal the injured area faster and reduces the risk of rot. By applying cinnamon, you're giving your orchid the best chance to recover quickly and stay healthy. Taking this extra step after pruning or repotting can make a big difference, especially if the plant has been stressed. Wait for the plant to dry after 1 day. After 1 day, once the wound has fully dried and healed, we'll use a metal wire, either zinc or iron, to gently secure the roots in place. After soaking and disinfecting the moss, we'll gently squeeze out the excess water. This step helps remove surplus moisture, which is important because overly wet moss can lead to poor air circulation around the roots and increase the risk of rot or fungal growth. By draining the water carefully, we keep the moss moist but well balanced, providing the ideal environment for the orchid's roots to breathe, absorb nutrients, and grow strong. Soaking moss in a baking soda solution serves several important purposes, especially when preparing it as a growing medium for orchids or other plants. Baking soda, being a mild alkaline substance, has excellent antifungal and antibacterial properties. When moss is soaked in this solution, it effectively eliminates harmful microorganisms such as bacteria, fungi, and pests that might be lurking within the moss. We'll use a hanger wire to hang this growing medium because this will be a very special way of planting, an upside-down method. We will place the roots at the bottom of the growing medium and plant the orchid upside down. This method helps the roots absorb nutrients and water more easily, thanks to gravity assisting the flow of the solution downward. With this setup, the leaves and flowers can grow freely and naturally, making it easier for them to develop strong and healthy. It's a clever technique that enhances absorption and supports better overall growth for the orchid. Now, we'll cover the growing medium with the moss we just prepared. This moss layer helps retain moisture around the roots, keeps the environment humid, and provides a natural cushion for the plant. It also adds an extra protective barrier that supports healthy root growth while keeping the plant looking lush and vibrant. This step is important to create the perfect balance of moisture and airflow for the orchid to thrive. Have you ever tried this method before? If you find it helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a great in the comments. Love you all so much. Thanks for being here with me. We'll use a spray bottle to mist the plant, giving it the moisture it needs. This helps keep the leaves hydrated and creates a humid environment that orchids love, especially when the air is dry. Regular misting supports healthy growth and keeps the plant looking fresh and vibrant. Alright, so we don't want to waste any of this leftover solution because it's full of nutrients that can help other plants in your garden thrive. The first step is to take a soft cloth or a gentle sponge and carefully wipe down the leaves of your orchid using this nutrient-rich mixture. Doing this in the early morning is really ideal. The light is softer, temperatures are cooler, and the plant's stomata, the tiny pores on the leaf surface, are more open. This means your orchid can absorb the vitamins and minerals through its leaves more effectively, giving it that lush, vibrant green color we all want to see. Now, when you wipe the top surface of the leaves, you're not just cleaning dust away. You're also removing small pests like red spider mites and aphids, which are known to cause damage to orchids by sucking out their sap. These pests can be hard to spot, but can really weaken your plant over time if left untreated. So this wiping process acts like a gentle pest removal treatment as well. Don't forget about the underside of the leaves. This part often gets overlooked, but it's super important. The underside of the leaves has more stomata, and it's where many pests and fungal spores love to hide. By cleaning here, you improve the leaf's ability to breathe and absorb nutrients while also preventing fungal infections that thrive in damp, dusty environments. So make sure to gently wipe both sides to give your orchid the best care possible. Talk about the second way to care for your orchids, using a spray bottle to mist the plants with this vitamin and mineral-rich liquid. This method is perfect for those of you who are a bit busy and don't always have time for more involved care routines. Because it's a liquid fertilizer, it's super easy for the plant to absorb the nutrients quickly through its leaves and roots. Spraying the plant helps stimulate growth and encourage those beautiful orchid flowers to bloom longer and stronger. The vitamins and minerals in the solution work together to support different parts of the plant, like the potassium that helps regulate water inside the cells so your leaves don't wilt. Magnesium, which is essential for photosynthesis and making the leaves nice and green. And vitamin B, one that supports healthy root development and helps the plant recover from any stress or damage. Now, for the third way, we'll use this nutrient-rich liquid to water the orchid directly. Doing this helps the plant absorb essential vitamins and minerals from the coconut water and vitamin B1 through its roots, which is super important for overall health. When you water like this, especially early in the morning, it sets the stage for better photosynthesis throughout the day. That means the leaves become greener and stronger because they can produce more energy efficiently. For best results, doing this watering once or twice a month is ideal. It keeps your orchids healthy, pest-free, and encourages robust growth and beautiful blooms. So, watering with this vitamin and mineral mix is an easy but powerful way to support your orchid's growth from the roots up. Soak it for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, once the plant has absorbed enough of the nutrients, we'll gently dry the leaves using a soft cloth. This step is actually quite important. Drying the leaves not only helps remove excess moisture, which can invite bacteria or fungal issues, but also allows the plant to breathe more easily. When the leaves are dry, especially after soaking in a nutrient-rich solution, they're less likely to develop rot or fungus, particularly around the leaf folds or base. Plus, clean, dry leaves allow for better light absorption during photosynthesis. You'll notice that the surface becomes slightly shinier, and that's a good sign. It means the leaf pores, stomata, are clear and functioning well. This helps the plant continue absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen efficiently. After 3 months, you can clearly see how vibrant and healthy the roots have become. They've not only grown back strong, but they're also pushing outward and even curling upward against gravity, such an exciting sign of active growth. The root tips are a bright green, which means they're alive and absorbing nutrients well. You'll also notice how the new shoots are thick and full of life, a sure sign that this reverse planting method, combined with our nutrient-rich solution, is working beautifully. Because the roots were exposed and suspended, they could absorb moisture and nutrients more efficiently without being trapped in soggy medium. That's the magic of letting nature and gravity work together. This method doesn't just support root growth, it encourages the whole plant to respond. The leaves look firmer, more upright, and greener. It's all connected. Healthy roots mean better nutrient uptake, which leads to stronger leaves and eventually more blooms. As for the roots inside the pot, especially those attached closely to the base of the stem, yes, they're still incredibly healthy and strong. These roots act like the main pipeline for the plant, drawing in nutrients and moisture and channeling them directly to the entire plant structure. Because they're positioned right at the heart of the system, they're the first to absorb anything beneficial we give the plant. So even though some roots grow outward or upward in reverse planting, the ones tucked into the base are still doing critical work. They anchor the plant, keep it hydrated, and fuel its overall recovery and blooming process. Let's give the plant a gentle misting or a light watering to provide just enough moisture to keep it refreshed and balanced. This step helps rehydrate the roots slightly without overwhelming them, especially after the plant has gone through a treatment or repotting process. By providing just a bit of moisture, we're encouraging the plant to settle into its new growing environment and gently activating its natural recovery mechanisms. It's not about soaking, just keeping the humidity right so the roots can breathe and slowly start drawing in nutrients again. After 3 months, the orchid has grown vigorously, not only developing lush green leaves and healthy roots, but also beginning to produce flower spikes that are full of life and color. This kind of result is exactly what I had hoped for when applying the upside-down planting method. What's even more exciting is that I didn't test this technique on just one plant. I used the same method on 6 other orchids, and every single one of them showed incredible progress. The upside-down approach really allowed gravity to assist with nutrient flow, helping roots absorb moisture and nutrients faster, while also promoting stronger flower spike formation. Seeing those vibrant buds forming after weeks of care is such a rewarding moment. It shows that with the right method and patience, we can unlock the full blooming potential of our orchids. With just one simple trick, your orchid can bloom beautifully all year round. Yes, 365 days of flowers without using any chemical boosters. Hello to all my fellow orchid lovers. Today, I'm going to share with you a super easy yet powerful tip that helps your orchids grow strong roots, lush leaves, and most importantly, bloom non-stop. If you've been struggling to keep your orchid flowering, don't skip this video. You might just find the secret you've been looking for. Step 1. Let's start by clearing away any moss or weeds around your orchid. These might seem harmless, but they actually compete with the orchid for nutrients and moisture. Plus, moss and weeds can trap excess water, leading to root rot or fungal issues. Using one apple, we will only use a portion of it. Apples are good for orchids because they release ethylene gas, which can help stimulate blooming. They also have natural sugars and nutrients that, in small amounts, might support the plant's health. Chop them into small pieces. When you cut the apple into smaller pieces, you're basically increasing its surface area. That means more of the apple's nutrients and natural compounds can dissolve into the water faster and in greater amounts. I have created subtitles in multiple languages. Please select your preferred language. Comment below and let me know which country you are watching from. It's amazing that we can connect from all around the world. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to support me and never miss any orchid care tips. Put the chopped apple into the jar. Pour 500 milliliters of water. Stir the solution. Soak it for 30 minutes. Use turmeric powder. When you pour 500 milliliters of hot water over the turmeric, the high temperature helps the active compounds like curcumin dissolve more easily. This allows the valuable nutrients in the turmeric to be released quickly into the water. Stir the solution. Soak it for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, the turmeric solution has absorbed vitamins and minerals into the water. So we stir it well to evenly distribute all the nutrients throughout the liquid. Filter the solution through rails. Step 1 is to gently wipe down the orchid leaves using the turmeric solution we prepared. This step is very important because turmeric contains vitamins and minerals that help the plant stay healthy and vibrant. When you wipe the leaves with this solution, the plant can absorb some of these nutrients directly through the leaf surface, which helps the leaves become greener and stronger, a clear sign that the orchid is thriving. Doing this early in the morning is ideal because the orchid will be ready to absorb sunlight and photosynthesize more efficiently throughout the day. Wiping the top surface removes dust and dirt, but also helps get rid of pests like red aphids and spider mites that can damage the plant. The underside of the leaves is equally important because many pests hide there, so cleaning this area helps keep them under control. Turmeric is rich in natural antioxidants and minerals, which boost the orchid's natural defenses and overall vitality. These nutrients help strengthen the leaves, making the plant more resilient to stress and disease while encouraging better growth. Using the turmeric solution on the leaves gives the plant a natural nutrient boost and helps keep pests in check. So let me tell you a little story that happened a while back. One morning, I was in the middle of wiping the orchid leaves with the turmeric solution when my daughter walked into the room. She gave me this curious look and said, "Daddy, why are you putting spices on the plants? Are they gonna taste good?" I couldn't help but laugh. Oh, it sounded so funny because, well, who expects to hear about cooking spices being used in gardening? Then my wife came in and said, "Are you sure the plants won't get mad if you put curry on them?" We all laughed again. It became this little joke between us. Wiping the top surface of the leaves has several benefits. It removes dust and dirt that can block sunlight, which the plant needs for photosynthesis. More importantly, it helps eliminate harmful pests like red aphids and spider mites that tend to settle on the upper leaf surfaces. These pests can weaken the plant by feeding on its juices and spreading diseases. So keeping the top leaves clean helps protect the orchid from damage. At the same time, wiping the underside of the leaves is just as crucial because many pests prefer to hide in this sheltered area. By cleaning underneath, you reduce the chances of infestations and keep the plant healthier. It also promotes better air circulation around the leaves, which can prevent fungal growth and other problems. By wiping the leaves with this turmeric solution, you're essentially feeding the orchid a natural supplement that supports both its growth and health. This method not only nourishes the plant, but also keeps pests under control without the use of harsh chemicals, making it a gentle and effective care technique for your orchids. So, the second way to care for your orchid is by using a spray bottle filled with a vitamin and mineral solution to mist the plant. This method is especially great for people who are busy and may not have the time to do more involved care routines. Instead of spending a lot of time on watering or applying fertilizers in more complicated ways, you can simply spray this nutrient-rich liquid onto the orchid's leaves and roots. The liquid fertilizer form makes it easy for the plant to quickly absorb important vitamins and minerals, which supports faster, healthier growth and encourages the orchid to produce flowers that last longer and look more vibrant. Now, it's important to do this regularly, but not too often. Spraying about 2 or 3 times a month is usually enough to keep the plant well nourished. If you spray too often or use too much, it might overwhelm the plant or cause buildup, which can actually harm the roots or leaves. So, moderation is key here. The spray helps deliver nutrients directly where the plant can use them most effectively, both through the leaves and roots, which is a big plus because orchids can absorb nutrients through their foliage as well as through their root system. Besides feeding the orchid, this spray method also has another benefit. It helps to control pests. Common pests like aphids, spider mites, and scale insects are often a problem for orchids, especially indoors or in humid environments. These tiny bugs suck the sap out of the plant, weakening it and sometimes spreading diseases. When you spray the vitamin-mineral solution on the leaves, it helps discourage these pests and reduces their numbers, acting like a gentle natural insecticide without the harsh chemicals. This keeps your orchid healthier and less stressed. However, there's one crucial thing to remember. When your orchid is in bloom, avoid spraying directly onto the flowers. Flowers are delicate, and when water or any solution sits on their petals, it can cause problems like rot or fungal infections. This will spoil the beauty of your blooms and can shorten their lifespan. After about 30 minutes, the vitamins and minerals from the apple have fully dissolved into the water, so we can strain the mixture through a sieve. Then, we combine this filtered liquid with the apple juice to create a nutrient-rich solution for the orchid. The third method we'll use to care for the orchid is watering the plant with the nutrient-rich solution made from apple and turmeric. This approach helps the orchid absorb important vitamins and minerals directly through its roots and soil, promoting stronger, healthier growth. When you water the plant with this mixture early in the morning, it prepares the orchid to perform photosynthesis more efficiently throughout the day, allowing it to generate more energy and thrive. Watering with this solution is especially beneficial because the vitamins and minerals from the apple are packed with nutrients like vitamin C, potassium, calcium, and magnesium. These nutrients play vital roles in the plant's overall health. For example, vitamin C acts as an antioxidant, helping the plant combat stress and repair damaged cells. Potassium is crucial for regulating water movement inside the plant, which helps the orchid maintain hydration and supports strong root development. Calcium strengthens cell walls, making the leaves and stems more resilient, while magnesium is a key component of chlorophyll, essential for photosynthesis and giving leaves their rich green color. It's best to use this watering technique about 2 to 3 times a month to provide consistent nourishment without overwhelming the plant. Overwatering or using too much nutrient solution can cause root problems or nutrient imbalances. So regular but moderate application is key. This method also helps reduce the population of harmful pests such as red aphids and spider mites that often attack orchids. When you water the plant with this solution, it creates an environment that is less favorable for these insects, helping to keep your orchid healthier without using harsh chemicals. Soak it for 20 minutes. After about 20 minutes have passed, giving the roots and leaves enough time to fully absorb the valuable nutrients from the turmeric and apple solution. The next important step is to carefully dry the leaves. Using a soft, clean cloth, preferably a cotton towel, we gently wipe the surface of each leaf to remove any remaining moisture. This step is crucial because excess water sitting on the leaves can create a damp environment that encourages fungal infections, mold growth, or other harmful pathogens that might damage the orchid. By wiping the leaves dry, we not only help maintain the plant's health, but also improve air circulation around the foliage, which further reduces the risk of diseases. It's also a moment to check the plant closely for any signs of pests or damage, allowing us to catch any problems early before they get worse. Once the roots have absorbed enough of the nutrient solution, it's important to remove the plant from the solution promptly. Leaving the roots sitting in the liquid for too long can cause them to become waterlogged, which leads to root rot and can seriously harm or even kill the orchid. So, after giving the roots enough time to soak up the nutrients, gently lift the plant out to prevent any damage from oversaturation. This step helps keep the roots healthy and ensures your orchid stays strong and vibrant. When using this method, you'll notice the orchid's leaves becoming visibly greener and firmer over time. The nutrients from the apple and turmeric solution provide essential vitamins and minerals that strengthen the leaf structure, making them more rigid and resilient. Instead of soft or limp leaves, the plant develops a healthy, robust texture that shows it's well-nourished and thriving. This firmness also helps the leaves better withstand environmental stress, pests, and diseases, contributing to the overall vitality and longevity of your orchid. With this method, you'll also see that the orchid's roots become vibrant green, strong, and healthy. The nutrients from the apple and turmeric help nourish the roots deeply, making them firm and resilient instead of weak or shriveled. Healthy roots like these are essential because they absorb water and nutrients more effectively, supporting the whole plant's growth and flowering. Strong, fresh roots are a clear sign that your orchid is thriving and well taken care of. You'll also notice the new roots growing longer, vibrant green, and incredibly sturdy. These side roots spread out actively, reaching into the growing medium to absorb more water and nutrients efficiently. Their bright green color shows they're full of life and vitality, indicating that the orchid is getting exactly what it needs to thrive. These longer, healthy roots are firm to the touch, not soft or mushy, which means they're well hydrated and not suffering from rot or disease. As they grow, they create a strong support system for the plant, anchoring it securely and allowing it to stand tall and flourish. When you use this care method consistently, you'll see that the leaves turn a rich, deep green and become noticeably stronger and more vibrant. The plant's energy is clearly focused on healthy growth, making the foliage look lush and full of life. At the same time, the flower spikes called eng ho develop quickly and steadily, shooting up with impressive speed. Hi friends! In today's video, I'm excited to share another easy and natural way to care for your orchids at home. This method focuses on helping your orchid bounce back after blooming. If you haven't subscribed yet, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button to support me and stay updated with more orchid care tips. Let's get started. First, we're going to use a spray bottle to gently mist the plant with clean water. This might seem like a simple step, but it's actually really important. Spraying the plant first helps to wake it up and refresh the leaves, especially if there's been dust or any buildup. It also gently rehydrates the surface of the leaves and roots, making them more receptive to any treatments or nutrients we'll be applying next. By doing this step at the beginning, we're preparing the plant to absorb what comes after more effectively. Think of it like giving your plant a splash of fresh energy before feeding it. It creates the perfect base for the nutrients to be absorbed evenly without shocking the plant, especially if it's been a bit dry. So, starting with a gentle mist of clean water is a small but powerful step in any care routine. I have created subtitles in multiple languages. Please select your preferred language. Comment below and let me know which country you are watching from. It's amazing that we can connect from all around the world. Use one aloe vera leaf. Cut the aloe vera into small pieces. Cutting it into smaller chunks helps expose more of the inner gel, which is where all the magic happens. Aloe vera is packed with natural vitamins, enzymes, amino acids, and hormones that support plant health. Put the chopped aloe vera pieces into a clean jar. Pour 500 milliliters of water. Stir the solution. Soak it for 30 minutes. Add 3 tablespoons of oats. Pour 500 milliliters of hot water. The heat will help release the nutrients locked inside the oats, allowing the beneficial minerals and vitamins to dissolve into the water. Stir the solution. Soak it for 1 hour. After about 30 minutes, we'll give the aloe vera solution a good stir. This helps mix the aloe gel evenly into the water, making sure all the nutrients are well distributed. Next, strain the mixture through a fine mesh strainer to get the most nutrient-rich liquid. This filtered solution is what we'll use directly on the plant. It's smooth, gentle, and full of beneficial compounds. Add a few drops of vitamin B1 to the mixture. 3 tablets of vitamin B1. Stir the solution. Let's let the solution rest for 15 minutes. Let's dilute the mixture with 500 milliliters of clean water. Stir the solution. Step 1. The first thing we'll do is gently wipe the leaves using this special nutrient-rich solution. This isn't just about cleaning the leaves. It's about feeding the plant important vitamins and minerals that it can absorb directly through its leaf surfaces. The solution contains aloe vera, vitamin B1, and essential minerals that each play an important role in keeping your orchid healthy and vibrant. Aloe vera is packed with enzymes and amino acids that help strengthen the leaf cells, making them more resilient to stress, environmental changes, and damage from pests. Vitamin B1 is especially helpful because it supports the plant's recovery from stress, whether that's from blooming, repotting, or changes in environment. It stimulates the roots to grow stronger and absorb more nutrients, which is critical for the orchid's overall health. The minerals in the solution like calcium, magnesium, and iron are key for chlorophyll production. That's why your leaves stay rich green and glossy, which means they're photosynthesizing efficiently. Doing this step in the early morning is really important. At this time, the plant is most ready to absorb nutrients, and cleaning off the leaves removes dust and debris that can block sunlight. When leaves are clean and healthy, the orchid can photosynthesize more effectively throughout the day, converting sunlight into energy that powers growth and flowering. When we wipe the top side of the leaves, it's not just about aesthetics. This surface often collects pests like red spider mites and scale insects, which feed on the plant's sap and weaken it over time. By regularly cleaning these pests off, we help prevent damage and keep the leaves strong. The underside of the leaves is just as crucial. This area is a favorite hiding spot for spider mites and aphids, and it also contains most of the plant's stomata, the tiny pores that control gas exchange. Keeping this side clean allows the plant to breathe better, regulate water loss, and take in carbon dioxide more efficiently. All of these processes are vital for the plant's health and its ability to produce lush foliage and flowers. I recommend doing this leaf wiping routine about 2 to 3 times a month. This frequency strikes the perfect balance between feeding the plant and preventing pests without overwhelming it. Over time, you'll notice your orchid's leaves become more vibrant. The roots grow stronger and the flower buds develop more fully. Step 2. Now, let's talk about using a spray bottle to mist your orchid with the nutrient solution. This method is really convenient, especially for those of you who have busy schedules but still want to keep your plants thriving without spending too much time on complicated care routines. When you use a spray bottle to apply a liquid fertilizer that's packed with vitamins and minerals, it becomes super easy for your orchid to absorb these nutrients directly through its leaves and roots. Unlike solid fertilizers that take time to break down in the soil or medium, liquid solutions get to work almost immediately. This fast absorption means your plant starts getting stronger and healthier right away. Spraying the plant regularly helps stimulate growth, encouraging the orchid to develop more robust leaves and, most importantly, to produce more flower spikes. You'll notice the flowers lasting longer and blooming more frequently, which is exactly what every orchid lover wants. The beauty of this method is that it's also very gentle on the plant. Since the nutrients are diluted in water, you won't risk overfeeding or burning your orchid like sometimes happens with chemical fertilizers. For best results, aim to spray your orchid about 2 to 3 times a month. This keeps a steady supply of nutrients flowing without overwhelming the plant. It's a simple routine that fits easily into your schedule. Another big plus of spraying with this nutrient-rich solution is its natural pest-fighting properties. Pests like spider mites, aphids, and scale insects can be a real headache for orchids. These tiny invaders suck the sap from leaves and stems, weakening your plant and sometimes causing disease. But when you regularly mist your orchid with this vitamin and mineral-rich spray, it helps strengthen the plant's natural defenses. Healthy plants are less likely to fall victim to pests and diseases. Spraying also helps wash away some of these pests physically, especially if you spray both the upper and lower surfaces of the leaves. The undersides of leaves are favorite hiding spots for many bugs, so make sure to mist there too. Remember, every orchid is a little different, so observe how your plant reacts to the sprays and adjust the frequency if needed. After soaking the oats for 1 hour, we'll give the solution a good stir to make sure everything is evenly mixed. Filter the solution through rails. Stir the solution. Method 3. We'll use the oat solution to water the plants directly. This liquid fertilizer, full of vitamins and minerals, is a great way to help your orchid grow stronger and bloom more beautifully. Because the nutrients are already dissolved in water, the plant can absorb them easily through its roots, which makes growth and flowering much more efficient. The beauty of this liquid fertilizer is that it's easy for the orchid to take in. Because the nutrients are already dissolved in water, the roots don't have to work hard to break anything down. They just soak up what they need. This means your orchid gets the nourishment it needs quickly, helping it grow stronger and healthier every day. Oats are rich in important nutrients like B vitamins, iron, magnesium, and zinc, all of which play key roles in supporting plant health. For example, B vitamins help the plant manage energy and develop new tissues, while iron is crucial for chlorophyll production, making leaves nice and green. Magnesium also helps with photosynthesis, the process that lets plants turn sunlight into energy. Zinc supports enzyme function and overall growth. When you water your orchid with this oat solution, you're giving the roots a real boost. Strong roots mean better water and nutrient uptake, which leads to bigger, healthier leaves and more vibrant flowers. Over time, you'll notice the orchid producing more flower spikes and blooms that last longer. Exactly what every orchid lover hopes for. When you care for your orchid using the oat solution regularly, the roots start to transform noticeably. They become a vibrant green color, which shows they're healthy and full of chlorophyll, a sign of active growth. The texture of the roots changes too. They firm up, feeling strong and sturdy rather than soft or mushy. This firmness means the roots are well hydrated and free from rot or disease. You'll also see new root tips emerging, pushing out in various directions, which means the plant is actively growing and expanding its root system. These roots are better able to absorb water and nutrients from the medium, fueling the plant's overall development. Strong, green roots are essential for the orchid's survival. They anchor the plant and act like the plant's lifeline, bringing in everything it needs to thrive. After using this oat-based watering method, the roots don't just look good. They function better, supporting healthier growth above ground as well. The flower spike is already getting ready to produce new buds and is looking strong and healthy. I'm confident that in just 2 to 3 weeks, those buds will open up into big, beautiful blooms. That's all for today's lesson. If you found these tips helpful, please share them with your fellow orchid lovers and your friends and family. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to support us.